Before they were legends, they were doubted. The Tuskegee Airmen were black military aviators trained during World War II at Tuskegee Army Airfield, at a time when racism shaped nearly every part of American life. These men stepped into cockpits, classrooms, hangars, and combat zones with a burden most soldiers never had to carry. They had to fight the enemy overseas, and they had to fight disrespect at home. Tuskegee Army Airfield became the proving ground. This was where pilots, mechanics, navigators, and support crews were pushed through demanding training. Every mistake was watched, every success mattered. They were not just learning to fly, they were challenging the lie that Black Americans could not serve with excellence in military aviation, the Red Tails. Their planes became famous for one unmistakable mark, the red tails, the red-tailed P-51. Mon Mustangs became a symbol of skill, discipline, and protection. When bomber crews saw those red tails, they knew they had escorts who would stay with them. That reputation was not handed to them. They earned their mission by mission, escort missions over Europe. Over Europe, the Tuskegee Airmen flew escort missions through danger, flake, and enemy fighters. Their job was simple but brutal: protect Allied bombers and bring as many men home as possible. This is where their discipline became their identity. The 332nd Fighter Group became one of the most recognized Black military aviation units in American history. They were not just proving they could fly, they were proving they could lead, protect, execute, and win under pressure. At the center of that story was Benjamin O. Davis Jr. He was a commander, a pioneer, and a leader who carried the weight of history with him. His leadership helped turn doubt into respect, and pressure into performance. Ground crew and support teams, but the story was never only about pilots. Mechanics, ground crews, armors, fuelers, communication specialists, medics, and support teams kept the aircraft ready and the missions alive. No plane gets into the sky because of one person. Victory is always a team sport, breaking barriers at home. And when the war ended, the fight did not. The Tuskegee Airmen returned home to a country that still denied equal treatment to the very men who had defended it. Their service became part of a larger push toward military integration, civil rights, and the demand for basic dignity. Legacy. The legacy of the Red Tails is not just military history. It is a reminder that excellence can expose lies. They shattered barriers, changed expectations, and set a higher standard for future generations to inherit. They did not ask history for permission. They forced history to make room. The Red Tails were the Tuskegee Airmen's fighter units in World War II, and the most commonly cited stats are over 1,000 men graduated from Tuskegee. They flew 1,578 missions and 15,533 sorties, and 66 died in combat corps statistics. Over 1,000 airmen graduated from Tuskegee, 1,578 missions flown, and 15,533 sorties flown. 66 airmen died in combat, 96 distinguished flying crosses, 3 distinguished unit citations, and 8 Purple Hearts. The Red Tails were best known for bomber escort, and bomber crews often requested them by name because of their reputation. History credits them with not losing a bomber to enemy aircraft during escort missions. The Red Tails were more than pilots. They were proof that courage can live in the sky, honor can stand on the ground, and legacy can outlast every person who once said, "You do not belong here."